All right. All right. I think I am live. Um, everything looking good? I think so. Anyway, welcome everyone. Sanjay Uchiha here. Finally back at it again. We're here for Boruto Manga Chapter 75, our reaction review stream. Of course, I came back to YouTube yesterday. Definitely check out. Yeah, going too fast there. Definitely check out my Madara video that I did yesterday because, I mean, who doesn't like Madara, right? Let me just refresh this. And here we go, chapter 75. We have a nice color spread here of Damon. Can everybody hear me properly? That's the next thing. Quality looking good. How's the stream quality? Let me know, please. I've been messing with the settings more or less. Hold on there. Let's see. Color correction. Opacity. Alright, so I don't want to take any chances, really and truly. So just want to throw up, the even though I guess it probably doesn't make much difference. Just want to throw up the banner there just in case to avoid copyright. So yeah, but anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Boruto Manga Chapter 75. Thank you guys for coming out. Let's see what this chapter has to offer. Alright, so Ida enchants all regardless of gender. Only blood relatives and Otsutsuki aren't affected, meaning it doesn't work on Boruto, Kawaki, and her little brother Damon. Plus, her left eye's Senrigan allows her to peek in on all things happening across the world. She can also hear conversations as if she were actually there. It also lets her browse past events, though she can't see anything that took place prior to her birth. So for now, she can only go back 16 years. Oh, so she's actually 16! Confirmation, because I know... Oh, put myself aside? Well, I mean, it's a reaction review. I'm sorry, someone else. But it's good to know that she's actually 16, because I know some person was saying, isn't she like 18? As for her brother Damon, he reflects all attacks, any action that would inflict harm on him. And though it's necessary for his hand to be touching another person, his ability will also transfer to the person currently touching him. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. Transfer to the person also touching him. Interesting. That's everything in a nutshell. With a crazy list of abilities, it makes my head hurt. Damon is an irritating, pesky brat, but just be careful not to aim murderous intent toward him no matter what, because that too will be reflected. It depends on certain conditions, but it will also rebound back to you. What? Okay, now you've lost me. Wanna test it? Nah, no thanks. Yeah, Kawaki. Yeah, Kawaki, there. Like Kawaki decided to test it. Ah, boy. Looks like it's legit, Boruto. As you just saw, you really imagine clobbering him? Is something wrong with your head? That ain't normal. I've been wondering, Amado, how the heck did you develop so many unbelievable abilities? The question of the century, honestly. Let's see. So, develop wouldn't be accurate. I am a mere human, not a god. The crafting of abilities is a feat permitted only to gods. What I did is simply transplant things that already existed. Interesting. Transplant? Explain that. Yeah, their abilities were brought about by a god. Someone who actually evolved into a godlike being. Otsutsuki Shiba. Shibai, rather. Otsutsuki Shibai? Otsutsuki? Who is this Otsutsuki Shibai? Where are they? Don't worry, he's no longer with us. All that exists are his remains. His remains? Do you remember what I told you? About how the chakra fruit that forms from observing all life on a planet is a mass of colossal energy and genetic information, and that Otsutsuki are a species that evolves through devouring those fruits? By repeatedly undergoing karmic resurrection, Shibai cheated death, devoured many fruit over several millennia, and eventually the cumulative evolution led to godhood. Hmm. Godhood, huh? Setting aside possible godhood, let's go back to the original topic. Yo, so I'm wondering, yo, this man must have been like legitimately the strongest person like in the verse. Clearly. You're saying these various cheat like powers of Ida and Daemon are original abilities that this Shibai fellow possessed? That's right. Transplanting DNA harvested from Shibai's remains results in the endowing of one or more of his abilities. You there, Katasuke? Is what he's saying technologically possible? I mean, I mean, yeah, basically, because to be honest, like transplanting Hashirama cells, oh, I can use wood style now, provided you survive, the whole thing with Hashirama cells. Anyway, yes, I have been listening. It's just transplanting a person's ability into someone else, even using scientific ninja tools, would be difficult with current human technology. I don't know. They might make it sound weird to me, honestly, because we've transplanted like, well, transplanting abilities. The way that Amara explains it, it's been done in the Narutoverse before, like with Hashirama cells, or you transplant a Sharingan, or it's not that out of the ordinary, really. But considering it's not like the Senrigan aside, like, unless the I was let me just continue reading anyway. I'm trying to find some reason why it probably wouldn't be possible. However, having now witnessed numerous tech beyond human intellect, like at the airship's crash site and in young Kawaki's body, I cannot say with any surety that it is impossible. That's low, Shikamaru. You think I'd make things up at this point? Don't pay my cautious nature any mind. To be blunt, I just can't get myself to trust you. Now, go on, Amado. Shibai's various abilities were quite incredible. It's said, without needing to weave signs as with ninjutsu, he generated storms with a wave of his hand and called forth thunderbolts with just an angry roar. We've gone past the point of just needing hand signs anyway, so it's like whatever. Anyway, given the name Shinjutsu, such godlike abilities were neither ninjutsu nor sage arts. They were phenomena equivalent to divine miracles. Shinjutsu, okay. Shin, God. Well, isn't Shin mean new? Or Shin is also God? No, Kami is God. Or does it literally translate to new jutsu? Is that what it translates to? Anyway, Shinjutsu. In addition to Ida and Daemon's abilities, Code's claw marks are also Shinjutsu, as are the Sukuna Hikona and Daikokuten that Kawaki inherited from Ishiki, and the immortality art that enables resurrection, Karma. In fact, ninjutsu itself fundamentally attempts to reproduce phenomena similar to Shinjutsu through weaving signs and concentrating one's chakra. With all due respect, are you saying our ninjutsu are nothing more than a pale imitation of these Shinjutsu? Sarada, did I offend you? I'm simply stating fact. Putting aside the necessity of that, I think I do know pretty well that the Otsutsuki's technological capabilities far exceed our own. And I've got a question. With karmic resurrection, he ought to live forever, so why is he a corpse? Or did one kill Shibai? I don't know what really happened. It's certainly possible that he was killed, but what if, after many cycles of evolution, he ascended to a higher dimension where a physical body isn't required? Yo, we are doing some madness here. Hence the title of the chapter. If no body is needed, neither are resurrection nor vessels. It's a hypothesis that Shibai deliberately discarded his body. I see. On the one hand, it sounds like crazy talk, but if a god is meant to be a flawless being, then that theory does have some merit. Naruto here struggling to keep up. Right. Hey, what are we talking about? Apologies, I got sidetracked. Sidetracked. What I am trying to say is that Otsutsuki powers contain hope. Jeez and peace. Going into some abstract stuff now to make what is impossible to us possible, such as bringing my daughter back to life. Ooh, bring his daughter back to life. All right. We have the lady herself, Delta. You shouldn't be here. I know, but I really wanted to see Ida. Don't tell Shikamaru. Jeez of these. No way. Besides, the sensory unit will detect you right away. Oh, no battery. All right. At least I didn't show up over there. Just let me look at her. No, you're particularly suggestible. Come on, I'm gonna get in trouble. Please, just a few minutes. I'll stay right here. Please, pretty please. Delta, time to go to sleep. Oh, her emergency shutdown code. I'm so sorry. She just flew off. I haven't run like this in ages. Poor class rep. She's not supposed to be able to disobey either Dr. Kataske or me. Her program needs to be checked. That's how strong Ida's charm is. I need to be careful too. I guess her ability is a lot more fearsome than I thought. Bring your dead daughter back to life? You did mention before that your daughter died 12 years ago. 12 years ago? That's around when I was born. My daughter Akebe, however it's pronounced, suffered from a terrible disease. It was an unknown cause. No drug or cure was effective. It was a fatal illness that doctors had given up on, but I didn't rail against them because I'd already discovered a way to resolve the situation. Yeah, look for younger Amado, man. Fresh here. Alright. I'd make her a new body via cloning. Okay. I didn't care about the ethics anymore. It seemed logical to give her a totally new shell rather than fix up a defective product. After all, this was a field that I'd long tinkered in. The bar was significantly easier to clear than developing new mids. Akibi died a short time later, yet I wasn't sad. At least not at that point. I plugged away in a race against time. I persevered Akibi's brain and succeeded in extracting, digitizing, and creating a backup of her memories. Ooh, interesting. About 9 months after my daughter's death, she was abruptly completed. She had Akibi's voice, her exact appearance, plus her memories. But she was a total... Oh, so I guess it does confirm that Delta, is his daughter. Interesting. I'm gonna just look on her, yeah. Interesting. So, but plus her memories, but she was a total stranger. She definitely retained Akibi's memories in full, yet she wasn't Akibi. It wasn't just her personality, her humanity. It's difficult to explain, but it seems that humans' consciousness is more than just an aggregation of memories. I kept remarking her, but each time she was someone other than Akibi. Even if I could create a new person, it was just not possible to reproduce one who'd existed before. I realized that this was the domain of gods, a world that humans were not meant to step into. And it finally hit me that my daughter no longer existed. Jano. That's when he appeared. He said he'd reunite me with her if I assisted him. And that was Jigen, as in Otsutsuki Ishiki, huh? Whew. When his objectives were achieved, he'd reward me by reviving my daughter. That was the deal. I aligned with Kara as a last hope, not knowing that his goal, the tracker fruit, would come at the cost of this planet's life. Fulfill Kara's mission and get your daughter back, but the planet would die. What an untenable decision. So you gave your daughter up and decided to take Ishiki down? I was prepared to do anything for her, but what's the point if there's no planet to live on? That's fair. Don't get me wrong though, I haven't given up on my daughter at all. Jigen never specified how he was planning to revive my daughter. It's even possible he may not have ever intended to do so, but as I worked towards taking him down, I discerned the mechanism of karmic resurrection. It's what Ishiki was trying to do through vessels, and my attempt to reproduce Akibi using a clone was almost identical. My failed efforts at reproducing personality, which crossed into the domain of gods, was possible only with the miracle of godly power, the Shinjutsu Karma. Now I get it. What Mr. Amado was planning to use Kawaki's karma for. I added Akebi's data to Kawaki's reconstructed karma. All Kawaki has to do is implant karma into a new clone body that I'll prepare. That should be enough to revive Akebi. You know, I totally thought Mr. Amado was plotting something a lot worse. Ida. Yes, Shika dear? I can't trust Amado's tale, including whether he even really had a daughter or not. I want proof. Can you check with your Senrigan? How dare you? Hey Shikamaru, don't you think that's a bit much? I'm just making sure. Don't take offense, Amado. This is my job. You've quite the awful personality, Shika dear. But I kinda like it. Good to hear. Now, if you would. Whoa, that's harsh, Uncle Shikamaru. Hey boy, react if you can hear me. Ugh. I was wondering why your petty thoughts were suddenly available to me, but this confirms it. Momoshiki? Hey, what's going on? A new effect that apparently arose from having supplemented some of your damaged flesh with my data. It seems our thoughts are crossing over. This isn't mind transfer jutsu. Momoshiki's thoughts are echoing inside my head. Gah. It is grating, but never mind. Just don't let Kawaki catch on. I'd rather not tangle with him again. About what Amado just said, there's something off about it. You distrust him too? Just like Shikamaru? Then again, that whole part about gods and Shibai, it was sounding real shady to me. Sorry, but the Shibai part is true. He was an Otsuki, who, as Amado correctly guessed, is no longer in this dimension. What? For real? The same with Shinjutsu. I too have observed this plane a long time, and have an ultimate understanding of all extant Shinjutsu. Then you're saying he's lying about his daughter? Who knows? I have no knowledge of that. It is Ida's ability that is bothering me. Huh? Amado, why does it feel like we're getting so much content for this chapter? Amado asserted that Ida's abilities are Shinjutsu, and her Senrigan is certainly so. However, that love charm power cannot be. So what of it? As I said just now, I know all Shinjutsu. But I have never heard of such an ability. In short, it's possible that Amado is lying. What are you saying? That it's a type of scientific ninja tool or something? Plus, why would he need to lie about that? Indeed, that is what raises the question. It was only a quick peek, but Amado's daughter, Sanzu Akibi, did exist. She died when she was 24. At the very least, those events he told us about were all true. Happy now? Thank you, Ida. I appreciate your help. Hey now, that's it. You question my honesty and have nothing else to say? I'm just doing my job. The reason for my distrust lies with you. Don't pretend you're innocent while criticizing others. And what about our situation? How long will we be linked? It's not as if I want to be doing this either. Our thoughts are leaking to each other against our wills. That's easy for you to say. You better not be trying to trick me. Babble away. I for one hope it will be brief. You know... Wait, hold on there. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so Byakugan. You find him? He couldn't have gotten that far yet. Hold on. Okay, cool. How's everybody doing? Everybody enjoying the stream, I suppose. Anyway, you find him. He couldn't have gotten that far yet. Don't let him escape. That just ain't what a friend does, you hear? Oh, shit is... Mitsuki, found him. Over here. You have managed to truly anger me. Kawaki, Karma Stage 2? What was that? And there we go. It's the end of the chapter. Honestly, I thought this was an awesome chapter in terms of lore, because even though personally I didn't really have much problem with a lot of the last few chapters in how they actually went about things, I did have issues here and there, but to be honest, I think we've been waiting for a chapter like this to have a better idea of, you know, where we're going, like, concretely, because this is a lot of content, honestly. All right, so initial impressions, I thought this was an awesome chapter. It's actually what we needed. I think we are at the Let's see. List of, was that the final chapter for the volume? List of Boruto volumes. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Banner. The new. Yeah, I read the Sasuke chapter. I'll start reviewing and reacting to it again, starting with the next Sasuke chapter. So that there's so much to do. But yeah, the Sasuke Retsuden going awesome. Definitely love it as well. So 18. Okay, yeah, so that was the final chapter of volume 19 for Boruto. So a nice way to really end off the volume. Yo, honestly, the domain of gods. All right, so this chapter of Boruto, definitely love it, guys. Of course, I would love if you guys liked up the stream. 16 of you guys here, only 3 likes. It would really help me out. I'm just asking. Please. But yo, this was an awesome chapter, as I said. While the previous chapters of the Boruto, and of course I'll probably add the timestamps for the persons who will be rewatching the stream, but for the persons who really wanted an idea of where the story was going, especially with the monthly format, I think with the last few chapters, person were like, okay, this is nice, but you know, where are we really going from here? And I think chapter 75, the domain of the gods of the Boruto manga, honestly, really pushed things in the right direction with all this lore regarding Otsutsuki Shibai, and yo, apparently a new branch of jutsu, Shinjutsu, which I think should translate to new jutsu, because I think Shin means new. I think, hold on, Shin meaning in Japanese, true, extend, new. So true jutsu, new jutsu. Well, I guess more would be the true, depending on which, I guess, these symbols they use. So yeah, so true jutsu. So that's very interesting to say the least. And just to kind of get the source of Ida and Damon's abilities at the same time is pretty cool. But I think more so than that, it's this chapter potentially really sets up a lot of things for the time skip when it comes on. Oh, battery running low. Let me just plug this in here. Oh. And yeah, there we go. Nice. So yeah, I definitely like that this chapter for the most part does potentially set up a lot of things for the time skip, to say the least. Between apparently Boruto getting shown the future, as well as things with Otsutsuki Shibai. I really found it interesting when it came on to the whole tidbit of him potentially being in another dimension. So not necessarily, there's a possibility he isn't dead, even though, you know, Amado uses his body to actually give the siblings their abilities. So that was interesting, just kind of learning more. It was funny seeing Kawaki kind of test it out, but I'm still kind of trying to understand when he says, okay, yeah, Damon has to be touching somebody, but for his hand to be touching another person, his ability will also transfer to the person currently touching him. So is it that, like, if say I'm Damon and I touch Shikamaru, if somebody has like murderous intent or tries attacking Shikamaru and thinks about it, does those thoughts also reflect to the person? I'm wondering. Or is it that if they're touching him, does he lose the ability temporarily? So yeah, I just wondering. Maybe somebody can clarify that for me based on their interpretation of it. And of course, it was really good getting to see the the flashback with Amado, because I've said before that Amado is instrumental in really determining where the story is going to go for the medium to long term as well. But what's also interesting, what makes it interesting to say the least, is that there is still some tidbit that Amado is hiding, which I think makes it much more interesting than just, okay, I'm just lay everything on the table. I think it kind of keeps us, the viewers, interested and keeps the flow of the story in terms of, you know, we've got him now. It kind of keeps it more dynamic, if I say so myself. Let me just kind of continue going through here. In terms of the whole Shinjutsu, I want to get more into it, honestly, because This is interesting, and the fact that like even even Momoshiki says he's aware of all Shinjutsu. He's like Boruto is a reincarnation of Shiba. Does someone know of Edo Tensei? Maybe he should have called Orochimaru for his daughter. Wait a second, Edo Tensei and some way just use Rene Rebirth. Not true. Yeah. Who knows? Could be. Wait, hold on. Guys, give me 1 sec. I'm just going to take some stuff out of the washing machine. Somebody else wants to wash. So just give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, please. I'm here. Whew. All right, sorry about that, guys. As I said, I had to take those clothes out of the machine, somebody else to use. Wow, we have 24 persons here. I think this is the most persons we've had in us. Well, no, not that. That's a lie. But in a while, it's been a while since we've had these numbers. Yo, respect and shout out to all the persons that are here. Leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the chapter. Let's discuss it in the chat here. I'd really appreciate it. But thanks for coming. So yeah, we Akil Wagwan. Alright, so as I said, where was I? I was just kinda getting my thoughts together. But yeah, I do want to know more about this whole Shinjutsu thing, or Truth Jutsu, New Jutsu, based on how the translation goes. And then for me, I don't fully understand the ending. For me, I liked it though. Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to piece the understanding together. But the good part about this chapter, it gives us a lot to really sink our teeth into, a lot to look forward to for the time skip, and just it's just really what the manga needed right now, to be honest. But Susuke Shibai, but I mean, it ties in with what Code is trying to do, achieve godhood like Ishiki told him, so that's interesting. But Shibai, what else was nice about the chapter? It makes me kind of curious too, because there are a lot of, I'm wondering where he found Shibai's body. Granted, more than likely it's after he met Ishiki, and Ishiki probably would have instructed him where to find it. So there is that. Finding out, confirming that Delta is his daughter essentially, but not really the soul or the true personality. And yeah, that's kind of rough, honestly. So, getting a bit more in terms of learning about Amado was definitely good. Definitely love that. Let's see. But I'm kind of interested because he said he digitized his daughters, right? Like, hold on, let me go back to the flashback. Hold on. This a new body via cloning. Hold on. So yeah, preserve their brain, extracting and digitizing, creating back of our memories. Cool. And he has a copy of that implanted in. Hold on. So he added his daughter's data to Kawaki's karma. So I'm wondering if there's like this next aspect of karmic resurrection where, and I think it's obviously probably should be implied, but I'm wondering if through karmic resurrection, if it brings her soul back from the pure world, maybe, because it just seems like. Yeah. It just seems like it wouldn't just work like that if Kawaki implants a karma onto like a body that he'll prepare and then yeah. Because alright, like with the karmas that we've had so far, right? Like say Ishiki and then Momoshiki. Obviously Momoshiki's soul is tied to the karma. And in Ishiki's case, I mean, he had multiple vessels in the form of Jigen and in the form of Kawaki, essentially, but his soul was still his actual body was still alive within Jigen. So I'm wondering, that must be it. Like the karmic resurrection must pull your soul from the Pure Land. That must be it, honestly, because nothing else makes sense. That's the only way this whole plan will work. So, or that's if your soul isn't already tied to it. Like if you're in the case of like in the case of Momoshiki, his soul is tied to it, but in the case of like Ishiki, he was still technically alive. So I mean, he still had his soul, but like when he died, like his soul would have transferred to the karma. I don't know. This is just like I'm kind of on the fly thinking about it. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying. I'm saying on clocks moving the time skip. I think I'm trying to obtain godhood. Or inspired DZ. What if code like Cell absorbs iron and demon becomes Shibai? Okay, perfect Cell. I wouldn't mind that. To rid the world of all Tsutsuki to remove karma for good, so his aim is to kill all Tsutsuki. Did you see? So when you heard that Tsutsuki, my understanding is that Kawaki will most likely send everyone in a dimension, then fight Austin and Boruto to tell him to ask for help. That could be possible too. It makes so much sense. This also comes that Kawaki will never Levida. Yep. I also think Drogon will awaken during that Kawaki retrieval arc. I think he's going to try to kill Boruto and kill himself to end Tsutsuki's. You guys have a lot of interesting theories here. Again, shout out to the persons who are coming in. Definitely leave a like. 38, 39 persons. Yo, shout out. Where was I? The next interesting tidbit about the chapter now is the whole interlapping of memories between Momoshiki and Boruto, which is very interesting. And of course, because of that, it kinda, I don't know if Momoshiki intentionally did it, or it's just like because or as a result of their thoughts being shared, right? But it does seem like Momoshiki shows Boruto the future, which again, for the purposes of, well, it seems like it's going to be pre-time skip at this point. Yeah, brief, you know. So yeah, because the statues are still intact. Shikadai, Chocho, and Inajin still look young. You find him. He couldn't have gone that far yet. Don't let him escape. So you guys feel like it's a Kawaki retrieval arc. What was that? So you guys don't think, you think it's a Kawaki retrieval arc and not necessarily Boruto going rampaging here? Ah, interesting. Interesting. Let me know. Like, do you think you think these scenes of the future is Kawanki going like rogue, or is it actually Boruto causing the issue? I want to know. He's playing with us, and it's Boruto who's gone rogue. Yeah, I personally feel this is Boruto who's gone rogue, and we just have Kawaki probably fighting him again, maybe something. That's the end of the world. Very interesting chapter, honestly, not gonna lie. Guys shot like crazy. Let's see. Small tidbit. It's good again, just they confirm that Ida is 16. So she's not eating like a lot of persons actually thought. Um so there's that. There is that. What's the chapter rating? That's a good question. Um, if I were to rate this chapter, I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10, honestly. It feel like how I give some 10 out of 10 sometimes. I can see the artist, quote unquote, having a field day with this one. with this panel. Oh shit, kinda too loud. Kinda peaking there. Um but yeah, I see them having a feel with that. But honestly, it's an amazing chapter. Definitely was needed. In terms of, I mean, we didn't really like change locations. We've more or less have Naruto, Amado, Shikamaru in one room, and we have Mitsuki and Sarada keeping watch with Delta coming in with Sumeri, and then Boruto, Kawaki, Ida, and Damon in the next room. So we didn't really like switch too much all over the place, really and truly. But it's more of a setup chapter with what the fans, what we the readers actually needed to hear, to know going forward into the next volume for the future of the series, honestly. Things, like I usually criticize the Boruto anime in terms of trying to balance things persons would want to see with just like stalling for time for the manga to build up. This is the thing that persons want to see when it comes on to the manga, honestly. And it's been a long time coming. Boruto runs towards on, so goes to the light like Naruto. True. And I mean, I have been talking. I did a video quite some time ago, just kind of deducing that Kawaki isn't necessarily evil per se. But to give my concrete thoughts, like coherence, like amazing chapter. Strolling through again, as I said, I love that we get confirmation that everybody's up to speed in terms of Damon and Ida's abilities. We get the source of Damon and Ida's abilities and where they come from. We get introduced to a next Otsutsuki Shibai, and this new branch of Jutsu. Apparently, the original branch of Jutsu, Shinjutsu, or True Jutsu, depending on your translation. And the possibility that he isn't actually dead, and based on Amado's theory, might be in another plane of existence. All good stuff, setting up potential things we can look forward to for the time skip. We do have, I mean, it's funny to me in terms of the interactions and Kawanki actually testing Damon's abilities here. Definitely love it, love to see it. Of course, I do love that Amado is basically explaining his plan, but at the same time it's not as straightforward as you'd think, which kind of causes things to be more dynamic, much more interesting. There's still that little breadcrumb and to look forward to, based on what Momoshiki is saying, that Ida's enchantment ability isn't something that Shibai had. So Amado, there's still some mystery to it there to capture us, the audience interest. Again, another setup for something to look forward to, potentially for the time skip more than likely. Just maybe, if not pre-time skip, during the whole, maybe Boruto, during the time Boruto is going amok, or during Momoshiki's prophesized time. So there is definitely that. It's just the setup is crazy to say the least, but at the same time, I do like how the chapter at least manages to make us empathize or sympathize more with Amado at the same time. So that was definitely good. Even though it still leaves something to be desired in terms of learning about this whole Shinjutsu thing. Because at the same time, while okay, yeah, we can do things without hand signs, yada yada. I mean, we've been kind of doing that for a while, but I think what really encapsulates it all, well, to the highest degree for this chapter, is the whole abstract nature that Amado was trying to explain in terms of turning hope, turning things that humans don't think are possible into a possibility. So it probably even could be a reference to even the Sage of Six Paths creation of all things, that more than like was Shinjutsu as well, more than likely. Hold on. And so Sukune Kono and Daikokuten, those are Shinjutsu as well. So it's interesting. What else can I comment on about chapter? I did love the comedic aspect of Delta coming in there to actually try to see Delta. So it was nice that the chapter actually kind of managed to sneak in some comedy aspects there. I definitely loved it. Hold on. I want to go back to the part where it's talking about getting to see how he meet. It's funny that Ishiki just shows up at his doorstep. I would want to get more in depth into that flashback. Hold on. Cloning. So I got Shinjutsu Karma. There's a part I'm looking back for here. Hold on. Probably I'm moving too fast. Attempt to reproduce could be using a clone who's almost identical. So power. Domain of the gods. Some ultra instinct thing. Probably closer to the Shibai part. I suppose, yeah, okay, here's what part I'm looking for. Is that Atsuki powers contain hope to make what is impossible to us possible. So I think even though we want the chapter 75 is out, we actually just read it and we're talking about reviewing it here live. But yeah, the whole abstract nature of it in terms of turning hope, make it what's impossible to us possible. The abstract nature of it, even though we want more understanding, more in-depth feel of this whole Shinjutsu thing, like that abstract nature probably encapsulate the explanation for it to its highest degree, is what I would say. But all very interesting, to say the least. What else can I say? As I said, finally, the whole flash forward where we have with Boruto seeing the future. I find it interesting that I'm wondering if I just kind of noticed something was off with him. Interesting. I think I've pretty much said all I need to say about this chapter. Amazing chapter in terms of what made it amazing, honestly. The domain of the gods. That's what you guys are saying. Spiritor, yeah. As I said, chapter 75 is out. It's on Manga Plus's website. I sell gonna be selling for billions. Yo, Macbiani, if that's what it's pronounced, Matthew. Yeah, yo, listen, Shibai is the new Hashirama. I don't lie. A serious thing. Yo, I think Kawaki is very similar to Sasuke in terms of extreme methods. Yeah, I agree. Basically, what I was saying, more or less, in the video I did on, Kawaki isn't really evil. Everybody fighting Boruto. More than likely, yeah. I actually feel like this is Boruto. However, you could make an argument that it is actually Kawaki based on Shikadai's statement when he says that just ain't what a friend does. And you could deduce from that since Kawaki is still kind of learning what it's like to actually be friends or have friends or whatever the case may be, you could make an argument that it's actually Kawaki. But it could be Kishimoto throwing us off because the fact of the matter is it could be both. It could be both a situation with Kawaki and Boruto. Who's to say it's even the same point in time? Maybe this part with Shikadai could be Tuesday, and then the part with, everybody else is Wednesday. You just never know. Honestly. So that's the cruel reality of it for the most part. So it could be Kishimoto throwing us off. Honestly, I'm tempted to say it's actually both. Both a situation involving Boruto and Kawaki. And I mean, that's could be obvious, but based on the dialogue with Shikadai, and maybe even, I mean, it's still kind of vague even with Mitsuki's parts that you managed to truly anger me. He could be referring to Kawaki, but everybody else, who knows, it could be Boruto too. So, amazing chapter. Oh my god. I haven't streamed in a while. Listen, how does the stream look to you guys? Does it look better than usual? Or is it because I haven't streamed in a while? I want to know. How does it look on your side? Oh my god. I mean, what more is there to say about it? I mean, I feel like I've said my piece. Has to be Boruto. Very interesting stuff. I'm definitely going to reread this chapter to, start doing videos and discussions on it. Honestly. Yeah, Ida's 16. So for all other persons who thought she was 18 and going after, underage boys, it's clearly not the case. Back to life. All very interesting stuff. So I guess when it comes on to the dimension that the Ten Tails is in, the Otsutsuki markings, they were like, one of them was scratched off. I guess that was the one for Shibai, more than likely. So interesting. Let's see. But clearly this man was obviously the strongest in the verse. I think it will come in next chapter. Yeah, it would only make sense. I mean, we've had a few chapters without him now. So, and given that the way this volume ended, like, yeah, it would be nice to tie in like this whole godhood Shinjutsu thing with what Code is trying to do. But it kind of makes me question what's the marker for Shinjutsu, like, because he said what Code's claw marks are also Shinjutsu. Hold on. And those fruits. Structure back sheet to death, development fruit over millennia and cumulative evolution led to godhood. So I don't know. Use science and juicy judge turns away hand call her thunderbolts with just an roar. In the nation, just such god ninjutsu nor siege arts. The tensei is suspect to the first person makes you Jambi. Yeah, true. Then comes the divine miracles. Lotus Code's claw marks are also Shinjutsu. Because the thing is, Code's claw marks, while, interesting and thing, is like, I wouldn't say they're godlike. Like, I would say they're godlike. Like, I could still, like, reasonably sing quotes claw marks within the realm of, like, super advanced ninjutsu. Yeah, I mean, something like Ida's, Senrigan, fine, but and Damon's ability, but Clockwork, I mean, he just seems like space time ninjutsu to me, bro. He's like, he's not that serious, but hey, that's just me. Karma. Ninjutsu, but as I said, ninjutsu fundamentally attempts to produce a phenomenon similar to shinjutsu through weaving signs and concentrating one's chakra. So I mean, it's whatever. I think all abilities combined is a problem. What do you mean by that? It's just abilities without needing hand signs. It seems so. Well, I was making fun of it when you were saying like able to do it without hand signs. I'm like, we've been doing that for a while, but that's just part of it. More than that, wait, Bayo Wagwan. I know too much about Shibai for an ordinary human. He definitely Shibai Otsuki partner, Shibai himself. That is a possibility. But considering that Momoshiki knows about Shibai, maybe Ishiki knew about Shibai more than likely, and then maybe during their when Ishiki busts out the Ishiki wine, because the man is the producer, has his own factory. But yeah, maybe during like a sit down with Amado, like just casual, water cooler talk. Maybe it's like, I knew this Shibai guy, dog. He was that nigga. Code ID and all abilities combined. Oh, I see what you're saying. Pocharel. Yeah. Damon code, but I don't think he said that code. Well, I don't think he mentioned that Code's abilities came from Shibai as well. But more than likely that is the case. Maybe. Maybe. Oh my lord. Guys, 35 persons. Well, 30, it's fluctuating. 11 likes. Can we just get up to 20 likes at least? Yo. Let's see here. But guy, can you imagine how strong Shibai must have been? Like, the fact that we already had Naruto and Sasuke being disrespected on Father's Day, anime wise. Shibai, listen, this man probably can just I'm off it like man probably like come in here and Naruto just drop down. Yo, but that's even a joke, to be honest, honestly. I get that, but I'm not. What I'm saying is, I don't think it's from Shibai though. Oh, Shibai character style was fire. Yeah, honestly. But the question now is, how did as I said, I was gonna ask how did Shibai die, but I just remember Amado's theorizing at least that he might have just ascended to a next dimension. Imagine moving hand and causing natural disasters. Yeah. I mean, in the lore for the Ninetales, it was like swing its tails, can crush mountains and cause tsunamis. What was that it for the Ninetales? So I mean, it's all very impressive, and I'm sure it's obviously going to be on a different scale than the lore in terms of the power scaling lore in terms of previous characters, obviously, but it just seems to kind of intersect. It's like, oh, can do it without hand signs. We've been doing that for a while. Oh, with my hand I can cause storms and natural disasters. They kind of said that about the Ninetales too, so I'm not saying it's not credible, it's not impressive, and more like obviously it's going to be on a different scale, but like in terms of just the wording, it's like it kind of intersects with power scaling lore that we've gotten already. Is all I'm saying. So like just reading it doesn't really sound impressive. I gotta see it. But the fact that this is a character that's like achieve something that Ishiki wants for Code, obviously this man is the strongest in the verse. Why? I mean, I know I'm going with Naruto and Sasuke. I know it's not their story anymore, but jeez, So, what's interesting now, though, like, if this man is theoretically still alive, but on like another planet, and he can probably like theoretically just, I'm gonna create a new body and come back to Earth, you know, or to the mortal plane, quote unquote. I'm wondering if it's going, I'm wondering if it's going to get to the point where you're gonna say like, oh, Shibai was actually behind everything. He was behind Kage and all that foolishness. Maybe, I don't know. Do you think Boruto being able to see the future is a possible future ability? I mean, it could be. I mean, considering that Moshiki can do it, I don't see why not. But in the context of this chapter, I think it's just because either A, their thoughts are like intersecting, or two, maybe Momoshiki intentionally showed him. But I'm kind of leaning towards A, because based on the dialogue that Momoshiki and Boruto they were having, like, it would seem odd for Momoshiki to just suddenly just boom, let me just show you. Because yes, here it is. And what about our situation? How long will we be linked? It's not as if I want to be doing this either. Our thoughts are looking into each other against our wills, so it's not like he's intentionally doing it. That's easy for you to say. You better not be trying to trick me. Babble away. I, for one, hope it will be brief. You know, yeah, and there we go. Momoshiki being the reincarnation of Shibai. I mean, I know how I feel about that, because it's like, people already have the whole thing about Boruto not necessarily working. I mean, he's skilled and thing, but I don't know how the fan reception would be. How would you guys feel if, you know, like Boruto is some kind of incarnation I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. He's 80% Momoshiki. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Guys, I'm gonna stress you a bit as well for a little bit. I know I asked you to like, but I'm gonna also ask you to subscribe. So, you know, journey to, if we could at least end the year with 2,000 subs, that would be great. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. I'm not saying it's crazy, but I'm just not, I don't know what would that truly mean for the character of Boruto. Really and truly. Hold on. As I said just now, I know all Shinjutsu, but I have never heard of such an ability. In short, it's possible that Amado is lying. What are you saying? You know, one thing I don't like. Well, he said, alright, can be interpreted in many ways. But one thing I don't like is post Momoshiki fighting Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto, right? Sometimes it seems like this man should have been portrayed more powerful than he actually was during the Naruto and Sasuke fight. Granted, I mean, he is super powerful, but I don't know. Sometimes the way he talks is like, this man probably should have been more impressive. Let me look back on Shibai. Does he? Probably both horn. Well, hold on. Not there yet. I just can't get over the fact that persons are gonna have a field day with this picture. with this manga panel. Hold on. Shibai. Shibots! Okay, I'm just being ridiculous. I mean, is the horn structure the same really? Um, Borushiki? I mean, let me just bring this up. Uh, I mean, could I suppose not exactly the same, but you know, I mean, it's not Satsuki horns. One actually did say Boruto inherited Otsutsuki power well, like Jogan. No one is talking about Boruto, special Otsutsuki eye. Well, true. The problem is that oh shit. The problem is that the Jogan hasn't actually shown up in the manga yet. That's the problem. Maybe they could say like, oh, but then again, looking at Shibai here, this could be the Jogan, honestly. This could be the Jogan. So maybe once they do the Jogan in the manga, they could say like, oh shit, that's the eye that Shibai had. Or maybe he doesn't naturally have it. Maybe as things develop, Shibai, if he truly did ascend to a next realm of existence, maybe as things develop, like things going on Earth catches his attention from that dimension. It's like, let me just sprinkle a little something, you know. Let me just alter, Boruto's DNA just a bit so he can manifest the Jogan. Karma in Boruto. Maybe, just maybe. Bros, I don't know. Like the possibilities, like this chapter really just opened up a ton of possibilities, honestly. But funny enough, like even the way that like even with these panels with Shibai, like there's something Momoshiki. It's just along here, but I don't know. It kind of feels Momoshiki-esque. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Hold on. Gauge with audience. Start a Q&A. Viewing. Oh, so I can do polls now? Let me ask a question. Is Shibai Cells the new Hashirama? Let me just do this poll. Yo, this is hilarious, bro. Is Shibai Cell the new Hashirama cell? Listen, Hashirama stocks plummeting, Shibai cells going up. Yo, fam, this is no joke. This is serious. Yo, listen, we just gone through Hashirama and Shibai cells into somebody. I still found it odd though that persons like Katasuke and Shikamaru, given all knowledge they would have from the war and everything before, would find it odd that abilities can be transferred. I want to hear from you guys, like, am I thinking about it too much? Is there something I'm missing? Shouldn't that be like common knowledge? I mean, we implant Hashirama cells. Once the host doesn't reject it, they can do wood style. I mean, we had Madara in the war, Obito we can implant Sharingan and the person can use the previous Uchiha's abilities. So that was odd to me. I don't know. Do you guys also think that was odd? That's, or is it just like a lapse? Is there something I'm missing? I want to know. I really want to know. Unless there's something about the dialogue I am lost me. Let's see. Woot woot, something wrong with your head. Transplant things already existed. Is that wrong? Sutsuki. Means. Yet. Very possess, that's right. And the end, yeah. I think to be honest, I think that probably might be my mark against the chapter. That just seemed, I don't know. Structure of the Ultra could have Hashirama cells which enable them to have a Otsutsuki implant. Yo, listen, Terrain. I mean, that could be the case. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna say. Because, wait, hold on. Thinking about it. No. They only had Katasuki's scientific research data stolen, right? There wasn't anything Hashirama cell related taken from Konoha, right? By Kara. Yeah, Pokora, like, yeah, it might just be to make up the 43 page count, because that just seemed very odd to me that these characters, with everything that they've gone through, would find it odd that it's crazy to be able to transfer abilities like that. Yeah, obviously contrived. Who knows? It might be something they might change for the anime, dialogue-wise, maybe. Might get some of Shibai especially for himself, and why did he create demigods? He can't control it. Doesn't make sense. That's a good question. Like, why didn't he take Shibai's things for himself as well? I mean, I'm not gonna call like bullshit just yet, but maybe he doesn't want to be like Otsutsuki. Like, maybe he just wants to revive his daughter. He doesn't really care about that. I mean, granted, he did modify one of his eyes, and thing, but yeah, I don't think he's interested in gaining the abilities. He just wants to revive his daughter through the whole, karmic resurrection and thing. Kashin Koji is still missing, right, or dead? What's your take? I think he's still alive. It would be a big blunder on Kishimoto's part, or a wasted opportunity to just kill off Kashin Koji. So I actually think he's still alive. I mean, the easy answer might be Mount Miyaboku, maybe, considering maybe if his whole summoning contracts aren't just some artificial, summoning contracts, because that could be the case, and he might actually not have any relation or connection to Mount Miyaboku. But I think he's still alive. And I think it might be the perfect way to segue Orochimaru into the story. I've been kind of saying it on and off for a while now, but with all the scientific, aspects of this story that's going on, I honestly find it odd that Orochimaru has not been reintroduced into the manga just yet. It's very odd to me, I mean, especially with all this talk of immortality and everything. You'd think, even though he's quote unquote good now, quote unquote, I mean, you'd think they'd introduce him, but what will Kashin Koji do? It'll just be for fan service. I mean, it could be fan service, but I'm more leaning along the lines of getting some emotional conflict between him and Naruto, and potentially what could come out of it with Amado. And granted, he is still, fairly powerful, like if he can get himself repaired. So it would be a powerful ally, if nothing else. So what will be next? As one person was saying earlier, Code might actually appear next chapter, for chapter 76. We still don't know much about Amado. We're not gonna have a bigger play in the future. True. Yeah, it's true. That's why, and I definitely like that, because again, it kind of adds this air of mystery about Amado in the story going forward. So how did he do the whole, enchantment thing with Ida? Interesting. Bro, that means Clash and Koji have dry memories but not have same personality. That sucks. I was hoping old Dry and Naruto wants to see. Oh, that's a good point. That could be the case that he does actually have Jiraiya's memories, but it's kind of like a field type of deal, like Delta, where he's like, as well. Let me see if I can go back to it. Delta that. New meds, point. She was completed. She got Akibi's voice, memories, but she was a total stranger. Retained the memories in full, yet she wasn't Akibi. Yeah. So yeah. YMK, Wagwan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, man, ask anything. And guys, remember to subscribe, naturally. Remember to subscribe. How does he have so much knowledge? Well, considering this flashback is 12 years ago, right? Obviously, there's still more to Amado that we can still learn. And that's a good thing I like that this chapter actually set up. Because if his daughter was 24 and this is 12 years ago, Amado is clearly maybe in his 50s, 60s, maybe? Who knows? Probably like early 50s, 24, yeah. And this is 12, maybe even early 60s, 12 years ago? Who knows? So, yeah, it still needs to be explained how he actually got to this like level of knowledge and skill scientifically. A question: how is in the time Boruto fighting Kawaki, but in this chapter Boruto sees the future and he sees the fight being set up. So how is it's all in time skip? That's what I'm saying. I did a video, right? Hold on. I did a video like a month or two ago. Oh, this seems like a interesting video. Why are gaming YouTubers? I'm kind of getting sidetracked here. Let me add this to watch later. Alright, so I did a video talking about, where is it? There was something I was talking about that should be happening before the time skip. No. Sasuke's potential, review, hits, no more time skip. Yeah. Boruto's craziest mystery before before Boruto Shippuden, quote unquote. I'm trying to remember the points. But the fact of the matter is, Momoshiki's prophecy is more than likely going to happen before the time skip. Hence why things tying with that flash of the future we got in this chapter. So do two different points in time. More than likely, Momoshiki's prophecy is going to really set the stage for the time skip. Like, it's going to happen and then the time skip is going to happen. Is able to see the future, one of Momoshiki's abilities. To be honest, I'm not sure. Zoo M3X, like, it's very ambiguous. Like, we've never really got anything in depth in terms of like, yeah, he's definitely just able to just see the future and this is one of his abilities. Of course, it must be Shinjutsu, but they don't really give us much details in terms of that. Do you think Shibai will be introduced as a villain, or they will use him as a reference like Sage as Six Paths? That's a good point on Patel. It could be a case where Shibai is the new Sage of the Six Paths type of figure, but I'm hoping Amado's theory is actually correct and he's just in another plane of existence, and he's probably going to interfere with certain happenings in the verse as things develop. In what chapter does a time skip happen? I'm not sure. Honestly, at this point, it's looking more like, if I've stopped trying to make time skip predictions in terms of when it's going to happen. But if I were to guess, no, we're at chapter 75. Probably it might be even in the late 80s, early 90s. That's what I'm gonna predict. Is what chapter does time skip? Oh, sorry. Yes, it's stated in the novel. Oh, okay, nice. That will be broken. More than eyes able to see the past and present. Almost able to see the future. I mean, yo, I don't know. To be honest, sometimes like thinking about it, I think Kishi's like looking at Bleach and say, "Yo, Kubo has all these characters with all these hacks abilities. I need to create some ridiculous abilities myself going forward." Yo, so maybe it could be that. Maybe it could be that. Oh my lord. Jeez and peace. Start a poll. 37 votes. Alright, it's safe to say I can end this poll. Most persons feel like Shibai is the new Hashirama. But it makes me wonder, like, where did they find Shibai's body, you know? How far in the future is Boruto's vision? It doesn't seem like it's far, considering, as I said, Chocho, Inajin, Shikadai, they're all still pre-time skip. So, again, it seems my video talking about, let me just bring it up. It's not even that long, 7 minutes. Let's kind of go over about my points in this video. The stream is actually going longer than I hope, and to be honest, the amount of you guys in here is like an incentive to just continue streaming, to be honest. Let me just kind of adjust myself here to kind of see what I was saying. Oh, didn't even realize that the green screen wants to come up a bit more. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Can take this off. I can kind of adjust my OBS stuff here. Yeah. Plug in these earphones. Yeah, so we're going to actually go over one of my old videos, which I did from 3 months ago. But it's very relevant to the discussion we're having regarding this chapter and, you know, the visions of the future and all of that. So, yeah. Hold on. I feel like I'm not getting the audio through OBS here of it. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely not getting headphones. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is odd. Advanced audio properties, desktop audio. Properties, device timestamps, speakers. Guess I need to set this to speaker out. Hold on, guys, give me a sec. Speaker out. Here. It feels like it's been a while, but we're officially in August, and of course that means we can finally look forward to Boruto manga chapter 72. Now, before we even get there, because obviously it's the 3rd of August as of this recording, and we're still a week, well, what, 2 weeks off, 2.5, give or take, before the release of said chapter. But I just wanted to get a conversation started, specifically surrounding the prophecy that was given to Boruto by Momoshiki, in terms of his quote-unquote blue eyes taking everything away from him. I might be paraphrasing there, but that was more or less what Momoshiki said. Anyway, of course, if you're new here, be sure to, you know, leave a like, leave a comment. Let's get the discussion started.
And of course, hope you guys are having an awesome day, noon, night, or whenever you're listening to this. So getting into it, right? Momoshiki's prophecy for Boruto, honestly. So, of course, more recently, in the confrontation between, Kawaki, Boruto, Kuud, Naruto, Shikamaru, at the end of that confrontation, after Momoshiki seemingly revives Boruto, well, not seemingly, but he does revive Boruto via the karma.
Even with Momoshiki current probably still lose to Kawaki. Yeah, he still would. Bro, there's so many plus. No info about the missing Otsutsuki. To be honest, Shibai might be the missing Otsutsuki, honestly. So, yeah.
Seal. At the end of their conversation, Boruto asks Momoshiki like, yo, dog, like, you said X and Y and Z at the end of your arc. Is me dying, is that what you were referring to? And Momoshiki's like, no, dog. Whatever is coming, whatever I prophesied, whatever I saw, you're dead right now, just a while ago, has nothing on that. So, like, me as a fan, I'm here sitting like, so Boruto dying has nothing, it's not even on par with what Momoshiki saw in the future, and that has me like really curious. Now, of course, the cliche thing might be, oh, probably Boruto goes rampant and kills his family, destroys the village. I mean, those are the cliche and kind of the expected things, what's expected at this point in time. But just like I was saying in the end of month subscriber stream just a few days ago, not only is it like right now, for me personally, not only does it feel hard to theorize and predict what's going to happen, but
yeah, like I'm wondering as well, like, how would Ishiki, I mean, Ishiki is an easy answer, like, but would Ishiki really know where his body would be? And like, there's so many questions, like, and depending on where Shibai's body would be, was that intentional on Shibai? Like, like, so many questions. There'll be 2 missing Otsutsuki because they travel in pair, right? Well, yeah, they do travel in pair. Skip that. So there could be one more for real, because yeah, Momoshiki and Kinshiki, Kaguya and Ishiki. We have Shibai. So there's more than likely another one for real.
It's like what you'd expect at the same time, what you could probably theorize about. It just feels like it needs to be more than revive his daughter. Hold on. There seems like there needs to be, killing his family. Actually having this discussion with you guys, I want to kind of bring up the point from Momoshiki's conversation with Boruto at the end of that whole conflict with Kuud. He says he doesn't know why things are going to happen the way they do.
Why does Shikamaru not ask about other Otsutsukis? It's a good question. To be honest, even on a production standpoint, it does seem like we're holding off on, I don't know, if the Otsutskis have a home planet or like a special dimension. I don't know. But you'd think we'd be getting something like that. But I think that's probably more mid-game, 3/4 through the story, maybe.
So that leads me to conclude that it's not going to necessarily be a Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body type of deal, because at the end of the day, by the time when we came out of that mini arc, can I just call it the Code arc? Can I just call it that? They essentially said Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body and mind is still an issue, even though he can't be revived anymore. But the fact that Momoshiki doesn't know why the prophesized, issue actually happens to Boruto, it leads me to believe Momoshiki taking over Boruto's consciousness isn't like the source of the issue. So then it kind of brings me back to, okay, now it's just even more frustratingly annoying to say what happens to Boruto? And why does it happen? Is it the cliche? He's gonna kill everybody or destroy his family, destroy the village? What's it going to be? And at this point in time, I know it just feels like there's not much to go on to actually even theorize. Now, of course, I think we can also look at the nuance of things naturally, because going into the fact that he is 100% Otsutsuki anymore. He's not like part Uzumaki, part Hyuga, yada yada yada. DNA wise, he is 100% Otsutsuki. Now, the thing I'm going to probably come and theorize is that there may be some instinctual behaviors that probably come with potentially being an Otsutsuki. Maybe, just maybe. Because that's the only thing I could theorize due to the fact that we don't really have much meat to sink our teeth into to even theorize right now. So maybe there's some instinctual, you know, behaviors or desires that come with being an Otsutsuki, and maybe that might lead to probably the cliche, you know, Boruto doing X, Y, and Z, you know, separating, cutting things off with his friends, probably harming his friends, family, whatever. So it could really and truly be that if I were to try to break it down and, you know, give my best guess or bet at this point in time. So yeah, but as I said, this video is just simply a discussion start. I want to hear what you guys actually think and what Boruto's prophecy is going to actually end up being, because again, Momoshiki himself said to Boruto that it is actually, you know, getting pretty near to that point in time. And that's the next question. Does that mean, hold on, when he says it's near or soon, is this prophesized thing going to actually be like a pre-time skip thing?
Honestly, it could be a pre-time skip thing. Because I mentioned it. At least some major like narrative event could really set the stage for said time skip. See, honestly. I was onto something, and then I'm not crazy. Deal with the fallout of all of that in the, you know, after the time skip happens. So it could be the case that, you know, it's actually pre-time skip. So there's that. And yeah, pretty much seems like, I mean, there's not much more I can actually say on it. So I've opened up the floor for discussion. Let's see or hear what you guys have to say, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say in the comments below. Leave a like. Hope you guys are having an awesome day, noon or night, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, so we can close that. So I was obviously onto something when it comes on to the things happening pre-time skip. I guess that flash forward kind of confirms it, but there's something else. I think it was when Momoshiki showed up to Boruto here. Yeah, because I did another video based on chapter 72. You promised not to come on, more responsible. You can't restrict anymore. Why are you still growing? That's what you think. When you know your future holds. Spirit, I told you that you're going to lose, and that moment is rapidly approaching. Okay, so yeah. So there are some little tidbits that are dropped that indicate, that tie in with that that vision of the future we got in chapter 75. As you even heard, I was speculating in that video that I did before chapter 72 even dropped that, you know, things might happen before the time skip, and I did do a video that says no more time skip, talking about just that after chapter 70, after this chapter dropped 72. Yeah, Momoshiki does say that vision of the future is rapidly approaching, and given how things have been going with the time skip kind of seemingly being pushed back, it would only make sense for the event, the prophesized moment, to happen before the time skip to set the stage for the time skip, if you get what I mean. So that's really and truly it, honestly. But guys, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. I need to hang up my clothes for laundry. So I'm going to end the stream here. Of course, next week, well, closer to the end of the month, we'll be resuming our end of month subscriber streams. So definitely subscribe. Come out, we can talk about more Boruto, anime, manga in general. So that should be fun getting back into it. We didn't have any last month because my laptop went down. I'm here with a new laptop now. So, well, obviously. So there is definitely that. I'm wondering if I should do like if I should just put out about this stream as the dedicated review, or if I should do a smaller condensed review. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because I guess this is kind of long for somebody who just wants to get my concise thoughts. Like, of me doing of the chapter, like my concise review, without watching back the entire stream, because I feel like I was kind of all over the place. Starts a Q&A. Wait, Akil? You know, say a cut out, bro. Your viewers weigh in. Let's see. Is Shibai still alive? See if you're just gonna choose which ones. Top chat. Let's see. Live chat. So wait, hold on. I realized there's like a Q&A. Let's see, hold on. I want to see something. Ask something. Oh, so you guys are actually just dropping questions separate from the chat, apparently. YouTube updating their streaming thing. Yeah. Let's try it from my phone here. Live chat. Let's see here. Forgive me, I'm just trying out some of these features I see them adding. Is Shibai still alive? Alright. So new pool. Alright. Let's see. Um, 16 years ago? Do I have the timelines off in my head here? Because hold on. Even more so 12 years ago. Hold on. Not too far. Let's see. Did she died when she was 24? No, it would be 12 years ago. Why would you say 16? Yes, and it's probably influencing Amado. To be honest, I think it will reveal that Shibai manipulated Etsuki's clan to himself to have absolute control. I mean, that could be a possibility as well. Could be a because I'm saying like it might be revealed like it's gonna be like some Kaguya situation where this man was. But then again, if it's not like the theory that Amado has, who could have possibly killed Shibai? That's the thing now. You know? That is the question. Hold on. The Amado and Shibai. Possibly. Hold on. Want to check something here. Hold on. x264. Hold on. NVIDIA 75. All right. Just want to compare something here. Sign in. Yes, sir. Try another way. Top yes. Yes, it's me. Let's go with this. Let's see some
Doc.
more.
Yo, Doc.
Hold on. My bad. I'm just kind of super curious about this whole Q&A thing that they've made available. So I just wanted to see how it is from a desktop. Hold on. Alright. Participants. So I just have to start the Q&A on my side. Start Q&A. I kind of find it odd that, like, okay, so they have the poll option now, and they have the Q&A, but to start the Q&A, I got to, you know, ask something, ask myself something apparently. Drop your questions. So I can have the poll and the Q&A going at the same time. Interesting. And the question has the other questions. But I haven't exactly ended the poll. Let's see here. Dismiss Q&A. Dismiss poll. And I guess it would make sense to have them at the same time. Participants. Alright. My bad, peeps. Alright. Confirm. Alright, 14 votes. Alright, let me just end this poll. Close. End poll. Alright. Alright, so most persons feel that he's still alive. The talk around that could be another theory that Hamas was influenced by Shibai. Alright, I think we have okay. How much persons do we still have here though? When do you think time skip is going to happen? To be honest, taking into consideration the videos I've done and all of the things we've discussed here and the new information we have with chapter 75, I honestly don't see the time skip happening for now. Probably the earliest I would say is, let's see, chapter 90. That's what I think. I think we're at least a year off. We're at least 3 volumes, if not 4, before the time skip happens. Because even with that flash of the future that we got in this chapter, right? Even with the information that Momoshiki is saying, the whole prophesized time is rapidly approaching, indicating that it's going to be happening before the time skip, more than likely. Based on how things are set right now, we're still going to have to build up to that. Maybe we could use the next volume to build up to it. We still need to explore the actual events. We need to explore the initial fallout of the event. So, given the pacing, about chapter 90. Best case scenario, given that each volume is 4 chapters, and then there's still a matter of code. What's going to happen? What kind of developments are going to be there? So, chapter 90 seems like it. Our 3 volumes time, it's going to be what, chapter 87? So, yeah, it's not been anytime soon. What's up before the time happens? Where do you think the lovability comes from? In terms of the lovability, hold on. It's hard to say. Let's see. That love charmer power cannot be. Well, if it's not Shinjutsu, I mean, it could be a case that Shibai has created a new jutsu, or his cells have the ability to just develop something new, and it's outside the database of what Momoshiki knows. But, and it could that could be the case, and this is just Kishimoto trying to throw us off. But it could be a case where, and this is out there, but I'm sure people have discussed it, thought about it. The fact that we have so many different planets being conquered, maybe this lovability is something of a different race. I mean, if Boruto is really taking inspiration from Dragon Ball Z, or the Z portion, it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility that other races are involved. Maybe it's a surviving member of another race, and he met Amado, and it was kind of instrumental in Amado, changing his mind and going against like Ishiki, even though, as he said, not having a planet is like a big deal. So so that could be the case. It could be like an ability from a different race, maybe. So there is definitely the possibility of that. It could be a way of Kishimoto kind of starting to hint at that, but the fact that different planets have been conquered, it's in the scope, the realm of possibility that maybe some other race or individual might have survived and made it to Earth or something like that. That is a possibility. All right, so final poll. I want to hear what you guys think. Start Q&A. Poll. Should I do a shorter review video after this, or is this stream good enough for the review? I know some of you would just say like, just do what I want, but I want to ask same way. Add option. No, not add option. Alright, so final poll. Are you still reading or reviewing? I just came. Yo, Squad XX. You basically came in at the tail end here. We already read. I gave my points. I basically reviewed already in terms of what worked for the chapter and what didn't work. And then I've been doing a lot of back and forth in terms of with everyone here, in terms of the theories, the speculation, the possibilities, and saying, why is Amado still lying? I mean, it's a simple answer, really. Plot. I don't know if that was too loud. Sorry, but it's hard to say, honestly. I don't know why he'd still be lying, unless he truly is the final villain, and But the question also comes to the table that does Ida know that her love ability is not Shibai's ability? That's what I want to know. It kind of makes you question, you know. But maybe she does. She's 16, so maybe she just thinks all her abilities come from Shibaya's. You know, Amara put it in this chapter, so that's a possibility. Heavy possibility. I still find it interesting that, you know, Momoshi was like, yo, bro, like, just to make Kawaki know. I can't bother to deal with him, I know. So I guess that kind of subtly hints that, like, subtly confirms that, yeah, Kawaki is stronger than him. Well, than, you know, Borushiki as it stands. Granted, I mean, we've already confirmed that. More or less. I have also seen that Momo and Boruto was talking. I highly doubt it. To be honest, she's already confirmed when it comes on to Momoshiki and Boruto speaking, when it comes on to if Momoshiki stops time or they're having their conversations, that she's not able to see it. Granted, this isn't necessarily stopped time, so there is a possibility that she could have seen it, maybe, but all previous occurrences of Boruto talking to Momoshiki, she can't actually see it, and she herself, after, you know, Boruto was killed, said that, you know, they probably spoke on like a different plane, so she's not able to see that. So there's that. There is definitely that. Guys, we're trying to make, yo, I remember last year I was saying journey to 20,000 subs, but this year, I mean, it's almost the end of the year. We're just trying to get to 2,000 at least. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. And yo, guys, if you haven't already, I am plugging my video, that Madara video that I did yesterday. Definitely check it out. That Madara War video right here. Yeah. I'm just kind of, yes, definitely check it out. So yes, I'm plugging my own video. But to be honest, it's a good time to be in the Boruto era as a fan. I mean, this chapter really, I guess, changes things. And with the Sasuke manga going on and the Mirai manga as well, it's good. But I find it interesting that even with this latest chapter of Boruto, that you know, it's funny because the Boruto chapter, in terms of, I imagine these numbers are readership on Manga Plus. It hasn't surpassed the Sasuke manga, even with today's chapter. I don't even know how they update these numbers on Manga Plus's website. Does anybody know? Do you think Boruto getting his Jogan? Yes, but not right now per se. What I think is going to happen, because especially since the Jogan hasn't been shown in the manga, I don't know how they're going to reconcile things between the anime and the manga, because obviously he has it in the anime, but manga wise, I think it's going to go along the lines of, if Shibai is genuinely on a different plane of existence, I think as things continue to develop and escalate regarding the Otsutsukis and Code trying to become a godlike Otsutsuki, maybe Shibai might intervene and give, you know, Boruto the Jogan. You know, on some, you know, Sage of Six Paths appears to Naruto and Sasuke type of deal. So, yeah. I think that might be the case. Because based on how Shibai looked, it looks like his right eye might be the Jogan, maybe? Or one of his eyes. So, there's definitely that. Alright, let me see. I got 7 votes for persons who feel I should still do a shorter review video after this. Alright, so fair enough. I'll work on getting that out then. I guess I'll just change the name of this to Boruto Chapter 75 Reaction. Or live reaction, rather. Live reaction. All right. So there we go. All right, guys. So I haven't eaten breakfast. I haven't hanged out my clothes to dry, and I still might need to touch on the road. And of course, today's Sunday, so Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury is is a thing that I still want to react to as well. So it makes sense to probably end the stream here. I thought the last page of him was, you know, the Drogon. Do you think since he saw that he can plus see the future? I think it's because of Momoshiki's thoughts overlapping with his. But at the same time, I don't think Momoshiki intentionally showed him that. Don't think so. Even if he can see the future, I don't think it's something he has control over. I think it's just something really stemming from Momoshiki, and he might be able to develop it at some point, maybe. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I am going to run for now. Most of you guys have requested me to do a, based on this last poll, 10 votes, that I do a shorter review video, so I will do just that going forward. So yeah. So anyway, Sajuchi, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. God, I'm hungry. Subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, I'll see you